Okay, now with our Sandy chakra diet, we have goals and aspirations, but not too crazy. So what I'm thinking is, so for example, I need to lose 25 pounds. Girl, this belly, let me turn y'all around and see what we're going to work on. Let's see, right here we have what we call a muffin. You see, all soft and squishy. It's a muffin. It's a grandmommy muffin, not even a mommy muffin, it's a muffin. But so we gonna tighten up this lower area. We clearing out this solar plexus right up in here. Cause that's just bad eating and you know what I'm saying? But me, I be eating. And see, we gonna lift this butt. I'm gonna be working out here in these Arizona mountains and try to just lift up something that's just slow. That's too. Plus, since I've been traveling, my ankles are swollen down at the bottom because I don't want to use the public restroom, so I don't like to drink a lot of water. And it's a long story. That's my neurosis, though. That's my neurosis, though. But let me show you what, these herbs and these, the type of foods that I'm telling you to run through your body will do. So let me show you how my ankle is. See, they be swollen from just my legs like hanging down. Yeah, that's not cool. So the people that retain a lot of fluid, like I do, this is going to be good. You need these herbs going through your system to pull that fluid out without, let me turn back around, without dehydrating you. Because you don't want to use diuretics to pull off like fluid around you, because that's just going to dry your damn ass out. So you just need to do it like with food, and that's what we're going to do. So you might be saying, Sammy, but why are you telling us your problems? Well, let me explain. I figured that because I am a woman of a certain age, this will be helpful to other ladies, especially balancing like hormones. Any lady that's over 40, this is going to help you balance your hormones also, so you won't be all crampy and premenopausal and menopausal, and you're just going to feel good about it. Also, we'll be working on tanning. We'll do something about, I'm going to show you my beauty products that I use in the morning. You got to have a sunblock because I'm going to walk later, but I'm gonna show y'all about all that and everything. We are fun. That's why I'm doing a journal. I'm doing a journal of getting this 25 pounds off. And it ain't for just everybody else. It's for me too. It's proof that this really works. We're going to just lift ourselves to a high vibration and see how that works. So nobody don't have to be running to the hospital. So instead of eating white refined sugar or brown sugar or any kind of sugar, we are eliminating all that from our diet and salt. We will be adding more complex carbs to the diet because of the way that the body metabolizes the sugar. Slow and easy. Okay? That way you have some energy. If you have to have cold cereal, just stick with something like these Cheerios. That's really simple. Although this is like processed a little, Cheerios is okay. It'll get you where you're going. Ideally, I prefer hot cereal in the morning. I prefer whole grain oats, but you can have anything that's whole grain or multi-grain. This will keep your insulin levels constant and you won't get a sugar drop or any type of sugar surge. These are complex carbs, so they release slowly. Plus, you'll get hungry really fast. It's good because the idea is to eat smaller portions more times throughout the day and not have those big heavy meals that you can't metabolize and they just store as fat. So because I like my oatmeal kind of sweet, I just take my banana and then put it up in there. But I told you this is just this 1 minute oatmeal. After the oatmeal cooked for a minute, because you didn't put too much water in there, it's going to be kind of thick. You want to turn the stove off and then put your fruit in there. And then while that oatmeal is still hot, the fruit will just melt in. Look at me over there. The fruit will just melt in there. See, in that banana, it's real, real sweet. That's going to cream up. So be sure, freeze your fruit. Don't let the bananas go bad and then want to throw them away. Just freeze these. See, they still fresh. And then you can snack on that throughout the day for your potassium. Just get you a few little slices and keep it moving. So our goal is to eat for necessity and not pleasure. We just gonna eat when we hungry, what we need to eat. See, this is my oatmeal right there. And you ain't got to this. I mean, if you don't, this should be real. So this tastes so good because I'm so hungry. Normally, people be grumbling at oatmeal. I want no blank blank oatmeal. Honey, when you was trying to get your body right and get your chakras lined up, this oatmeal is the bomb. You know what was I saying? I lost my train of thought totally. Well, this is the oatmeal. Just mash your fruit on up in there and keep it moving. And it's sweet too. It tastes good because of the bananas. Okay, as we prepare for lunch and we do everything, we're going to do these meals in advance. It's some things you need to keep in the kitchen. You always need to have some white vinegar and some cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, because this helps keep your cholesterol levels right, on fleek, instead of using like spray, because that's really like modified. And I told you I like to use butter, real butter. Okay, that it won't hurt you. Okay, basically, once again, I have a little shadow. Don't worry about that. We gonna have one of our it's kind of like a one skillet meal, but this is going in the oven. This is just some chicken thighs, but under here I have some zucchini on one side and some squash and bell peppers. Put your vegetables on the bottom and then put your chicken on top so that the juice can run down in there, and that'll marinate the vegetables and that seasoning can absorb into them like that. So that's some ginger root up there on the top. I got some chopped up apples. And then on top of that, I'm just gonna sprinkle in some kale. But these are the stalks. This is not just the leaves. These are the stalks of the kale. Remember I told you? And make sure you clean that kale real, real good, because it be so dirty coming from these places. So this is all medication. I told you, this is medication here. So we can try to not, I'm not gonna go there about y'all and these jabs. That's what they call it in there. You can't say those other words, but you can say, I don't know why you out there getting jabbed and other people are having their second and fourth jab, second, fourth, however many go, and they dropping dead. So anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much about that, but this is saying be healthy eating, elegant events, home style. And honey, we not sick over here. We don't have any type of illness like that, because foods, roots, herbs, vegetables, things of that nature, these roots is what's getting it. This right here will keep you healthy. Okay, I'll let you know how it come out. So I'm gonna let that chicken stay in that oven for a total of 1.5 hours on 350. But when the chicken is done after an hour, like it's done, after about an hour or so, I'm gonna take the foil off, because I'll have this covered with some foil. But I'm gonna take that foil off so it can brown a little bit. And to make sure that it have a little glaze on there, I just drizzle some of this honey on there. And you need the honey. You need the honey in there because of the sticky consistency that it have, and it will help everything in your colon. So that's good. So I guess I could say, now I'm not gonna tell y'all everything that I use until I write it down, because it's really time for my break. Look at that ninja. That's where I started to try air fry, but that's a different video. Okay, so I'll be back. I think I prepped 8 chicken thighs, maybe 10. Have one thigh. That's all I have for now. Until next time. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.
You want my number, had to hit him with the